here's the story of how I booked What Remains of Edith Finch, which ended up being a huge hit and got me my first BAFTA nomination at 20 years old. I had been acting professionally since I was a kid and working since I was 14, but I hadn't really done a lot of voiceover. Then, one day, a friend who had a recording studio owed me a favor. So I wrote and recorded at like 17 years old my very first voiceover reel, and it was so terrible. From there, I actually started to book voiceover jobs. I booked a few dubbing jobs, I booked some anime pilots that never saw the light of day. And then one day I was on this submission site called Actors Access, which is where I submit to jobs all the time. And I saw this video game called What Remains of Edith Finch. Not a lot of info about it, and I just sent them my headshot, my resume, and that really cruddy voiceover reel. I didn't think I would hear anything from them. I submit to stuff all the time, even to this day, and I hear back from like 2% of things. Well, they wanted an audition from me, so I didn't have a professional recording studio, so I took my very old cell phone at the time, made a pillow fort, and recorded the sides underneath a bunch of like comforters and pillows to make the best sound quality possible, and then I just sent it off. And I didn't expect to get cast. Like, they always read hundreds of people for these things. But 3 weeks later, I was sitting at Disneyland and I got an email asking if I was still available and interested. And still, I was like, nah, there's no way I'm booking this. Like, maybe it's a callback. Well, around midnight, a couple nights later, I was alone in my room. And I get an email notification saying that I had officially booked it. No callback, nothing. And I didn't really know what the project was for. I just thought it was like some mobile video game or something. I don't know, I had never worked in games. It did not end up being a tiny mobile game. I remember being so stressed and so nervous and so freaked out during my first session. I was certain they were gonna fire me. I was like, they've made a mistake. They have hired the wrong person. But I recorded over the course of the next couple of months. I think I had 4 or 5 sessions total. And then I still didn't think too much of it because I didn't know that Annapurna was involved or who Giant Sparrow was. I just thought it was a cool game that I got to play the lead in. And then the first PlayStation trailer dropped and I lost it. And then the game changed my life.